Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to be joined by former player of the year, former top scorer of Ottawa Atletico. He is going to be one of multiple people on the field this weekend who will hope to bring a championship to the nation's capital. The hottest ticket in town, I tell you. From Ottawa Atletico, I'm very honored to be joined by Malcolm Shaw. Malcolm, how are you today?
I'm great. I'm great, Keith. How you doing?
Not too bad. I'm not going to lie to you. I almost had to cancel this interview. I wasn't feeling great. I'm coming down with something called Atletico Ottawa fever. Apparently, the entire city is catching it right now. I am thrilled to be a part of it. We have seen this team that went from respectfully last place last year, flipped it upside down, first place this year. We're in the finals this weekend. The north side is being sold out as we speak, as both sides of TD Place are on fire right now. Tell me, how does it feel to be in the middle of this right now, in this all of this excitement that swept over the nation's capital?
Feels fantastic. I think just especially for me being here from the start, and again our first 2 years and having the challenges that we had as a team, and just struggling to get results and maintain consistency, to be here now in this new year, and to have come this far in the season and be competing in a final. For many guys, this is their first ever final that they're competing at a professional level, and it's just, for me as well as so many other people and fans, it's just a special moment. So we're just looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Now, I want to take a step back. A lot of times we talk about paying your dues, and we talk about, coming up and going and playing wherever you can, going where the opportunities are. You spent some time playing in Sweden.
Yes.
So tell me about that, because obviously born and bred here in Canada, but how did you find your way playing in Sweden?
So obviously I graduated from university in 2017, and obviously from leaving school I had aspirations to play professionally. And initially I wanted to try and go maybe like the USL route or somewhere in the States, but some things didn't work out there. So I had to obviously be willing to venture out and get my foot in the door somewhere at a professional level, whether it be in Europe at a lower level or whatnot. So an opportunity in Sweden came about, where there was an agency that I got in contact with, and some scouts came, and from there I got an opportunity there. And in 2018, that's when I moved to Sweden to start playing there. I started playing in Division 2, which is the fourth tier in Swedish football.
Okay. And wow. And tell me about how you ended up playing with Atletico.
Yeah. So again, I spent 2 years in Sweden. So the first year in 2018, I played for a club called Roselit in again Division 2, and then the following year there was a club that got promoted to Division 1, which is third tier. So I played for a club called Asteriska. And then initially in 2020, I was supposed to go back and play for a club called Varnamo, who's actually now playing in the top flight. But just with COVID and some other complications with communication with the club, that fell through. So then obviously as well, with COVID and the world changing as we know it, there was obviously a multitude of challenges there. So at that point, I didn't really have a club. And then obviously then Ottawa came calling. So then from there in the summer of 2020, I came out to Ottawa, trialed for around 2 weeks, and then, signed with the club, and the rest was history. So
amazing. And a beautiful history it's been so far. So last year, I know we're going to talk about the 2022 season, but last year, fan favorite player of the team. You're like the top scorer. I don't think you could have written that any better. Obviously, it's a team sport, so I don't want to take away from the fact that obviously the team didn't perform well as would have hoped last year. But as you were part of this team last year, did you start getting the feeling that the groundwork was being laid for something special to come in the future?
Yeah, inevitably, for sure. Obviously last year, obviously it was a disappointing year collectively as a team, and it just transitioning from last year to this year, we obviously, with the front office and just with some of the core players that we kept, there was a lot of expectation and ambition for the following year. Again, with a lot of turnover with staff and players. It was kind of, we had our 2-year grace period. We came in during COVID. There was a bit of exception there, and then 2021 went the way it went, and then 2022 we're like, okay, we mean business. So obviously the club showed that through just the amount of turnover, and then from there we laid the groundwork, and from day one of this year we started just working and being consistent, and the results have been showing. So it's good to be a part of it.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, so season ticket holder this year, been to all the home games. I've been extremely impressed, and it's very easy to say that now the team is in the final. But one of the things that's really impressed me is the fact that this is a group of people that collectively play as a team. You guys don't get deterred if you're down. The resilience in this team is absolutely unquestionable. Like, you never count this team out. If there was ever a team that plays the full 90 minutes, it's Atletico Ottawa, which I think just is a testament to the teamwork and the camaraderie you have. Can you tell me a little bit? And again, I don't want you to give away too much of the secret sauce, but give me an idea. What's the atmosphere like in training, in the locker room? Because obviously this is a group of people that have come together that have a lot of respect for each other and play extremely well together.
Yeah, so I think as a team collectively, we're all we're very bought in and committed. Initially from preseason, we had a lot of meetings and we said, listen, like, in order to get the success we want, it's going to take everybody to commit, everybody to be adaptable, and everybody to be willing to give their best every day. And we're fortunate too. We have a good locker room. We have a good group of guys. We all get along well, and I think that translates to the field and the results, obviously, as we're in the final. So again, I think everyone's really bought in and committed to having success, and it's showing.
Yeah. Now, another huge part has to be the fan base. I mean, obviously we're going to start with Section W, but we're going to go across. I mean, this city, again, as I've said, and I'm 100% serious, has really come alive. I was walking into the stadium last week, and I'm shoulder to shoulder with so many fans that are, season ticket holders like myself, but also new fans, people who are just catching on the buzz and the excitement. And I know, again, every team will say they have the best fans, but I think we all have to agree there's something extremely special about the Atletico Ottawa fan base.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I go on and on and on and rave about the fans all the time, again, since 2020 even to now, but just the commitment of the fans and just the culture that they're so committed to developing here in Ottawa. Again,
Yeah.
Obviously with the whole situation with the Fury and unfolding, and then just having soccer come back to the city and just their commitment to really cultivate a culture here, the fans deserve so much credit. And again, us as players, myself, we're beneficiaries of it. And even just last week against Pacific, just the atmosphere and like just the whole lower section like sold out, and just the energy, like it ignites us and helps us and propels us forward. So again, the fans are incredible, and it's crazy to think it's only going to continue to improve and grow even more. So
I know, I'm very excited.
Much good.
Yeah, very excited for that. Now, approaching this game, okay, so obviously the game between you guys and Pacific, both legs were very strong. You guys went through 3-1 between both games. That was great. But then, I come home and I tune in and I'm watching Cavalry and Forge, and we've got a bit of a physical game and a couple of red cards on either side here. Are you guys expecting more of a physical game, or are you like, what's the mentality there in terms of what to expect with Forge? Because this is a team, again, that you match up very well with. This is a team that's been in the hunt for several years. So the mentality going in, do you just treat this like another game? Are you starting to feel any sort of, do you feel that pressure? Are you able to to block that out?
Yeah. So again, approaching this final, the mentality of the group is the same that it has been the whole year. So our motto is one more match, one more final. And legit now, this weekend we're going into literally the final. So again, the mentality is not going to change. It's going to be a tough match. It's going to be a long game. Forge is a strong side. Obviously, their history shows it. They've been to every final since since the league has begun. But we're expecting, again, a good game, a competitive game, and we're going to go out there, guns a-blazing to get the result we want, which is a win. So
I love that. And I will tell you, listen, I obviously, my hope, my expectation is the team wins, 100%. But I want to say, regardless of the outcome, which we know it's going to be a win, but regardless, thank you and your teammates and your coaching staff and everybody in the organization. Thank you all so much for what you've brought to this city, because this is a level of excitement that I haven't seen for a long time. Born and raised here in Ottawa. I know we've got two other sports teams in here, but I've said, if you're looking for like excitement and an audience and a crowd that is completely invested, you look no further than Atletico Ottawa. So I again, wishing you guys all of the best this weekend. But at the top, sincerely thank you for everything that you guys have done, because you guys have just put on a master class of teamwork and a fantastic, beautiful football for us to watch. And I feel very, very honored that I get to live in the city to see this all unfold. So
we appreciate that. We appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Now, listen, I want to tell you something. I don't want to hold you up, because I know you got to get ready to go and win us a championship. But listen, I don't want to leave you disappointed to say, wait a minute, this is a Keith Weeder interview. Where are my rapid fire questions? So I'm glad that you're sitting down. We're going to have a little bit of fun here. All right.
Let's see how I do.
I think you're going to do great. If there's no wrong answer in rapid fire, that's the beautiful thing. And a lot of this is just off the top. So let's just have some fun. The question I always start rapid fire with, regardless of who I'm talking to, is always the same. What is your favorite movie of all time? And because I know that's a tough question, if you want to give me a top three, we'll allow it.
All right. Favorite movie of all time, Rush Hour 2.
Nice. All right. Nice. Okay. Now, follow up now. What is your favorite sports movie of all time?
Favorite sports movie of all time? I'm going to go with Like Mike.
Okay. I don't usually hear a Like Mike. I like this. We're taking a different path here. This is fun. Okay. What is your favorite thing to do in Ottawa?
Favorite thing to do in Ottawa? Favorite thing to do in Ottawa? I would say playing home games.
Okay. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Obviously, you know a little something about scoring goals. Do you have a particular favorite goal celebration?
A favorite goal celebration? I think for me, probably just running to the corner passionately and having all my teammates just kind of join me. I think that's probably my favorite celebration. Just being with everyone when I score.
I love that. I love that. Do you have any game day like superstitions or routines that you go through?
No, I need my music.
Okay.
I need my music to lock in. And then I usually, like when I go on the field, I usually like grab a ball and I just spend like maybe 5 to 7 minutes just juggling by myself.
Okay.
Yeah, just getting my mind right and juggling with the ball.
All right. Now, I know from my experience going to multiple CFL stadiums, I've heard T.I.'s Bring 'Em Out is a big pump up song. Do you have a particular song that you like to listen to before games?
Yeah, I mean, I have a plethora. I have many, but one off the top of my head, I'm going to say "The Blueprint" by Jay-Z.
Nice, very nice. Can't go wrong there. All right, now looking at other leagues, what would you say would be one of your favorite European teams to watch?
One of my favorite European teams to watch, I would say, I enjoy watching. I enjoy watching Manchester United.
Really?
Yeah, I enjoy watching them. Yeah, I mean, okay. my favorite player is there too, Ronaldo.
Okay,
that's one of my goals. So I enjoy United when they're in good form.
Yeah. Okay, fair. I will say they're doing Ronaldo dirty this year. He shouldn't be on the bench. I'll just say that. Malcolm, who wins the World Cup this year?
Who wins the World Cup? I'm going to go with England.
Really?
I'm going to say England.
This is like the most amazing rapid fire. I am loving this. Okay. All right. Do you play FIFA?
A little bit, not a lot though. And I'm not the greatest FIFA player, I'll be honest.
All right, that's fair. You're pretty decent in real life, so we'll let it slide. All right. Last question for you. Yeah. God willing, everything goes well the way that we want it to. Who is the first person or people that you call after a successful end to the season on Sunday?
I would say the first people I'll probably embrace are probably my parents, because they're going to be in the crowd. They're going to be in the crowd. So
love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Perfect way to end. Listen, I want to thank you so much for your time. I sincerely appreciate it. I understand you got kind of a busy week for you. I get it. But again, thank you so much for the time. Thank you so much for everything that you've contributed with this team. Wishing you all the best this weekend and beyond with your career. Okay.
Appreciate it, Keith. Thanks for the time.